I want to start off with everybody doing a deep diaphragmatic breathing. When we think of breathing, a lot of people think we use our lungs primarily, but one of the relaxation techniques is to use your diaphragm. So if you don't mind sitting back and putting your hands on your stomach, and then we're going to do 5 breaths all together. The first 2 are regular, and the last 3 will hold for 5 seconds. So if you'll take a deep breath and expand your stomach like a balloon, and then exhale, slowly bringing your stomach back to your spine. And then inhale, expand like a balloon, exhale, back to your spine. Inhale and hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. You should be feeling just a little bit more relaxed. So there are various, and I apologize, I just have to read what I wrote. There are various types of human brain waves. Beta waves dominate our consciousness. When we close our eyes, like doing the deep breathing and the meditation, we turn our thoughts inward, producing alpha waves. The sleep dream state are theta waves, and the deepest dream state are delta. When we're ecstatically happy, or the opposite end of this spectrum, very fearful, the brain generates gamma brain waves. A whole spectrum of brain waves happen, electromagnetic energies, including sound energies. Physics call quantum particles of sound phonons. Some particles of sound we can hear like internally, like when our heart is beating fast and our ears are throbbing, or when we digest food and our stomachs growl or comes out the other end, gas. Sound vibration through our body relays information. That information informs our body what it needs or has too much of. And then this is where I'd like to share some slides. Oh, here it is.
As soon as we muted everybody,
So this is where, this is a belief type thing. It is not empirical evidence, meaning there's no science behind this. So there are people who practice that we have incoming energy from the universe down through the crown chakra. And then right here would be our etheric body, our etheric spirit type body. Then would be our emotional body and our mental body, and then the astral body, and then the energetic field that protects us, and then the human energy field, which also comes from below. So that would be an as above and so below kind of concept. This is what we scientifically know. The human heart's magnetic field can be measured several feet away from the body. In fetal development, the heart starts beating before the brain begins to develop. Negative emotions can create nervous system chaos, but positive emotions do the opposite. Positive emotions can increase the brain's ability to make good decisions. You can boost your immune system by focusing on positive emotions. Positive emotions create psychological benefits for your body, and the mother's brain waves can synchronize to her baby's heartbeat when they are a few feet apart. And then the moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. So those are what we scientifically know. And then, the book Decoding the Human Body Field by Fraser, Massey, and Wilcox does an excellent job describing how our cerebral spinal fluid and other body fluids are nonlinear, putting them in the realm of chaos theory, systems theory, and quantum physics. And when I think of the mind, body, spirit aspect of our, wait a minute, how the heck did I go from there to there? Oh no, I apologize. Okay, so just go with it. When I think of the body, mind, spirit aspect of our human existence, I work at remembering my body is communicating with the world around me in ways I cannot fully understand. For instance, there are experts in the field of body language. And then I'm going to backtrack a minute because I don't know where it went. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Sorry. So body language also speaks to our, oh, I forgot this one, sorry. If the field is self-revising, self-evolving, and self-maintaining, which it is, then mankind is participating in the revision, evolution, and maintenance of the field. Mankind is participating in revision, evolution, and maintenance of the source. And that would be the crown source energy and the non so this is a form of communication where two people are in disagreement and not really, they're putting off certain vibrations and it doesn't look like it's too positive. But then it can flip a switch and be a positive experience. And then our babies communicate to us different kind of things and we get a certain response, and body language informs nonverbal communication. So with all of that, we have energies. I believe our body field energy can do the same thing. Our thought processes help our brain create the vibration it takes for our body to react, pulling people together or separating them. While positive thinking can change your perception, helps greatly, it doesn't come naturally, and we have to work at things in a healthy way, like nonverbal communication skills, Buddhist meditation, and practicing mindfulness. Tony gave a good description of how that works when he talked about getting caught in the rain on his motorcycle. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, if I got it wrong. But at first it was hard and cold and he felt a little miserable. But then he used his MVC skills and he changed the way he thought about it. And his whole body became warm and relaxed. So he changed his body sensations by changing the way he thought about what the situation he was in. The challenge comes in when people fight over resources or perceive things are right as wrong, rather than how to do things to change the way things get, the way needs and wants get met. Being aware of our own human vibration is a good start. I don't know how or where humanity is going from here. I believe that the younger generation will have to learn more about these things and take them more seriously than ever before. I learned at the age of 6 that telepathy is part of my reality. Not always, and I wish I knew how and when it happens. All I can tell you is one of my experiences. I was 5 years old when I moved from Florida to Baltimore to be closer to my mother's parents, her mother and stepfather. They had another family together, so I had an aunt 1 year older than my sister and 1 year younger than my sister, and my sister's 5 years older than me. I also had an uncle that's 18 months older than me. My grandmother was active in the Catholic Church, and they had a priest that took us to the beach. The first year, we had lots of fun. I would go visit him afterwards during the fall. There was a place in the uh, rectory where you could go and ring the bell and ask for a priest, and then you go to a visitation room and visit with the priest. Well, I'd go and visit with him in one of the rooms, and I had not met my real father yet. My parents divorced when I was 3 months old. So in my mind, he became my dad. I had confided in him and tell him all the things that little girls share with their dads, I guess. The next summer, again, was taking us to the beach, and he was taking pictures, teasingly said, "Look sexy for me." And I struck a pose for the picture. I was in the back seat of the car riding home when our eyes met in the rearview mirror. He was driving, and I remember clear as day, I thought, "You think I'm sexy, don't you?" In a little girl way. He almost wrecked the car. He stopped taking us to the beach, and when I rang the bell and asked for him, sorry, I was told he's no longer going to talk to me. The priest that told me that acted like a ledge and said, "I can see you if you want." And my heart sank. He was my surrogate dad and cut me off. I would go climb the trees by the church once in a while alone, hurting from that loss. It was part of my challenges with attachment. He never crossed the line of intimacy, and I'm sure he was just as confused about who, when, and where our thoughts cross are sent and received as I am today. Many people today don't admit to some forms of challenges they may have with mental health, or they don't realize they have challenges they need to deal with and blame everyone else. Another reason practicing things like MVC, meditations, and mindfulness done in a healthy way can help overcome these challenges. There are authors who mention The authors mention the government using experiments with esoteric remote viewing. Who's to say what effect these types of spiritual practice come into play in people's lives? That's why when I feel head haunted, I use the 4 universal laws of love I've talked to some of you about in our after discussion groups as a mantra. It grounds my mind from intrusion. I work at staying in my lane. I try not to think ill thoughts of anyone. If I start to think of someone in terms of being a SOB, I try to reevaluate where that's coming from inside myself and look for their better qualities to help take the negativity away and live in peace. If I receive a negative message, I try to think, "Thank you for your opinion, peace be with you." And if it's unrelenting, I will mantra the 4 laws of love I believe in. I continue to learn effective ways to deal with my thought process and try to help others deal with theirs. Every day I have to practice what I know I can do about the thoughts I have and what I can't do anything about, like what other people think of me is none of my business, from the 4 agreements Carrie mentioned in one of our groups. I believe my life would be a lot easier if I knew how to turn on and off the brainwave activity I generate and receive. If you think in terms of quantum physics of sound, our responses can be like the pebble thrown in the calm lake, causing a ripple through time and space. I believe Gandhi said it best with his "Be the change you want to see" quote. It takes a village to create the situations we live in. Our interpretation makes our reality. I do my best to accept and appreciate each day as it is, doing my best to stay in the moment. And then I have these last few slides to share. So karma, the law of attraction. Hang on a minute, sorry. I need to, okay. Karma, the law of attraction, quantum physics are all different terms describing the same ancient concept. We create our reality. You are more than your thoughts, your body, your feelings. You are a whirling vortex of limitless potential who is here to shake things up and create something new that the universe has never seen before. And my latest mantra, nothing could make it happen if it wasn't meant to be. Nothing could stop it from happening if it was meant to be. The universe is working with love for all and in our best interest. Have faith. And I don't know how much time I got, but I'm just about out of everything. That's all I wanted to say.